Welcome back to the Minecraft no left click, no jumping, no sprinting, no sneaking, no armor run on hard difficulty. If you haven't already, make sure you check out part 1, the link is in the description. With that being said, let's continue with the run. You must be thinking, he just beat the Ender Dragon, he must be feeling good, he's already been to the Nether, what could go wrong? If only I had known the suffering that awaited me. The Wither Skulls, oh man, the Wither Skulls. Farming for them, it started to break me. I feel sick to my stomach just remembering it. Even now, I really do. 9 hours. This took me 9 hours. 9 hours of running this long, windy pathway and then fighting whatever came my way in the fortress with very little protection. This was one of the most painful experiences in a challenge run I've faced. Fuck, alright, let's get into it. The Nether Fortress cycled between being an empty set of corridors with nothing interesting to do, and being crowded with mobs determined to ass blast me. Getting attacked from behind numerous times taught me that I had to be constantly moving and checking my surroundings, evolving my playstyle into what became reminiscent of a COD player. Every time I turned a corner, I rapidly did a 180 for a half second of visual information to confirm that there were no enemies sneaking up on me, and then quickly walk through the corridors like I was clearing a building. It was actually fun for 5 minutes before I died and had to walk the long path back for the 100th time. Wither skeletons were scarce, and when I was lucky enough to kill one, the chance of them dropping a wither skull was only 2.5%. While I was in the fortress, I stole some netherwort and made a farm back in the overworld. Combining them with glistering melons I bought from a farmer and gunpowder from the mob farm, I was able to craft splash potions of healing, which helped a lot if I was in a bind. I also bought a bunch of crossbows from the Fletcher, as pulling back an arrow each time with a bow was just way too slow. Instead, I filled my hot bow with loaded crossbows, and anytime I ran into a mob, I just fired all of them into it. After a few hours, most mobs didn't pose a threat to me unless they were in large packs. Or were a single hoglin. Hoglins were absolutely terrifying. But finally, with enough effort, I got my first wither skull.
No, dude! No!
Yeah, after that, I made some tunnels over the lava bridges so I couldn't get griefed like that again. But then I got griefed like that again.
No! Please, 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 please be there.
Damn it, what could I have possibly done to deserve this? After 9 hours and frequent mental breakdowns, I had finally gotten 3 wither skulls. I swear, I am never going to do this shit again. It eviscerated my soul. So, I hadn't ever fought the wither before, but I knew when it got to its second phase, it becomes immune to arrows. So how the hell would I kill it if I couldn't use any melee attacks? The answer was simple: authoritarianism. These gross-looking humanoids owe me. After all, before I came here, they were living in a podunk town and their only concern was making a living for themselves. There's no glory in that. Referencing a build made by Fizzetti, I started making a thick boy box to trap the wither in, triple layering the walls in order to withstand its explosions. I then started drafting the villagers' iron golems for the ultimate battle. It didn't take too long, as villagers will frequently try to spawn them if they haven't seen any within a certain amount of time. I led them all into the pillbox, and once I had recruited about 30, it was time to rouse the troops. Gentlemen, today we accomplished something great. Something that has never been done before. We finished a challenge that has caused me so much suffering that I doubt I will ever truly recover. Men, today you fight for glory, for victory, for peace. And men, don't forget that the life of every single one of your precious Squidward-ass looking-ass friends is dependent on your actions today. The wither will consume them if you do not stop it. You are responsible for their lives. Me? Me? What choice do I have but to summon the wither? Do you know what being a casual would do to my self-esteem, to my brand, to my authority? I have no choice, but you do. You can save them. Or You can disobey me, and I poison the bread supply, burn their homes, and annihilate every last one of those simpletons. An easy choice, I think. Now go out there and give them hell. They seemed rather complicit after my inspirational speech. After sealing them inside the bunker and reinforcing the roof, it was time. I donned my 8th grade Halloween costume, placed the Witherhead, and the battle commenced.
Fuck, get me the hell out of here. Get fucked. No, dude, it's out! Kill it! Did it win? Did I win?
I was so close to losing the entire run, but thankfully the golems were able to kill it before it got out of control. This run was extraordinarily painful, taking over 266 hours to complete and ended with a death count of 686. But I had successfully beaten Minecraft without left-clicking, without jumping, without sprinting, without sneaking, and without wearing armor on hard difficulty, Wither included. This run was pretty easy, but for those of you that want to one-up me, try adding even more restrictions or doing it on hardcore mode. Also, I want to make a quick clarification. Checking the stats page, I accidentally broke a single fern, snuck less than half a block, and sprinted about 144 blocks. All of these mistakes were immediately followed by /kill, and I can assure you they provided me no benefit and typically made my life worse. You probably noticed that I skipped a rule, jumping. According to the statistics page, I jumped 1,169 times. I swear this isn't true. If I recall correctly, I only accidentally jumped once, if that, so why the hell is the counter so high? Well, I did some testing and I found that there are 2 likely culprits, ladders and hydro hopping. Ladders add at least 1 jump to the counter by ascending them, and each time a hydro hop is initiated, it also adds 1. As I said before, I only intentionally hydro hopped a couple times, so it's far more likely that a majority of the jumps in statistics are due to ladder usage. Here's some other stuff I found while testing. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe if you want to see more challenge runs. Thank you to all of my generous donators who are helping me get one step closer to the all Orphan of Kos run. This is Challenger Andy, reminding you that village exploitation in challenge runs is A-okay and even encouraged. See ya.